Hey,
Right?
so you say keep macros the same?
Yeah, keep it the same right now because I thought you were going to drop. I thought you were going to drop it to 26. But you're not dropping. You're kind of staying the same. You look harder.
Yeah,
I've never seen like skin folds in your lower back.
right,
I've never had that.
right,
So that's the only reason is that you're a little flat and your skin is loose.
right.
So
But I haven't
and
had,
I noticed.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
Yeah, so I noticed also your glute area, glute hamstring. I got another picture when you were up in carbs. You were really hard, like
Right.
you saw the striations in your glute and hamstring tie. Now it's like it's just a little softer, and that's because you're a little flat.
Right.
So I ain't worried about it. Now I'm just worried about you making weight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if you drop to 226, and then we'll start going back up on carbs.
Okay.
Okay.
All
But
right.
you feel flat. I mean, you don't look
Yeah.
flat in certain areas, but
I feel flat. Like, cause I know when I looked at my back too, I said the same thing. I was like, my lower back is still I got a loose skin back there, and I don't ever like last time I didn't have any loose skin back there. So it's because I'm not eating. I'm sure after my first meal, I know it'll fill out.
yeah.
And I take pictures after my first meal, about an hour after my first meal, so you can see.
Yeah, because you did that one time. Like the other day, you showed me your chest, how thick and full it is.
Right.
And you showed me some other pictures, your chest is kind of
Flat, exactly. So my body just uses those carbs so fast.
Yeah, sucking up the carb. But you know what it is? You're not dropping weight.
Exactly.
Well, you were 230 and now you're 228.
Right.
I'm
Right.
just seeing, and I don't want to make you lose, but I'm thinking I got to get you to 226 and then bring you back up and being at, so you're just going to be a little flatter.
Yeah. Like I said, weigh-ins is at 7 at night.
Yeah, no, you'll be eating, so, well,
Well,
yeah, that's the problem. We got to make blood. Like I said, the last week you were, and it's just, it happens to me and happens to you, even nervous energy that the show's coming, you start just dropping weight. Remember, you were dropping weight. I'd keep eating you to get your weight just to stabilize.
Exactly.
And God forbid if there's anything, like, the weight, I'm just going to just bring some, like, do you have one of those sweatsuits?
I do.
Okay, bring that with you because you may just have to wear that, like, during the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to lose the water weight. And then we'll just start, after that, just like I said, we'll have a bunch of carbs with us, food, right after the weigh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you look great. I mean, no matter what, you're going to come into the show, I'm shit. If the weight is at 7, you're going to just make it at 230.
Right. Okay. Well,
I wish it was the morning.
I know it is too. I'll shoot you the pictures at the first meal.
Yeah, let me see if it makes a difference.
Okay.
Like I told you, I've seen a little, your glute area, your hamstring, and your lower back. That's where you notice it.
Right.
So, yeah, let me see when you start filling out.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, maybe later in the day, when you're a little bit fuller, send a picture to see. I want to see the difference.
Okay.
You okay?
All right. I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Our 32-year-old Ronnie Coleman is Canada's 1995 and 96 Gold Cup winner. From Venice, California, Aaron 36-year-old Aaron Baker's list of bodybuilding titles include Mr. USA, Mr. California, and Ironman runner-up.
What's going on, y'all? It's Robert Timms, also known as Mr. Classic Physique. There's gonna be just a couple questions for you guys to understand where I'm at mentally, physically, and see what's going on with me coming up to my next show.
With that being said, so when and where is your next show? There's rumors on the street.
So, if you don't know already, my next show will be the Arnold Classic. It's the first Arnold Classic, and I definitely want to be a part of it.
So this is the first classic classic physique for show at the Arnold. So just so that people understand, because you've been to the Arnold before, you've worked, and everything like that. But this is the first one in history going down for classic, the classic physique category. And where is the Arnold for a lot of people that don't know?
It'll be in Ohio. Columbus, Ohio.
And when is that coming up? You are probably about how many weeks out?
I'm about 2 weeks out right now.
So the show's looking to be, I think it's the first week of March.
First weekend of March. 2nd.
So with 2 weeks out, is there anything, do you have a coach right now that you're working with?
I do. Actually, my coach is my sponsor. Richard Sparty is my coach for this show. He's doing my diet for me. Well, yeah, adjusting my diet, my macros, and everything like that. And yeah, he's definitely a grade A coach. Checks in with me all the time, every day actually, and makes sure that I'm on point with pictures, with mental stability, everything. So it's really, really good.
Now, has he been with you for the most of this prep? I guess you could say for the Arnold.
Yes,
so from the beginning.
My prep really isn't that long, but he definitely makes sure that when we're about 6 weeks out. To see where I'm at, to make sure that I'm in the range that I need to be in to actually bring the right package to the show.
So your show before the Arnold was the Ferrigno Legacy that you did, I want to say was October timeframe, October, November. So kind of at the end of the year. And there were some huge significant changes that you've had since the last one that you done, which you won both, so well done on them. But you definitely showed a different physique this year. And what exactly did you change, or what have you done differently to make that happen in that year transformation?
Well, for these recent upcoming shows and everything, me and Rich talked about it, and he said, a lot of times that when I did well on my shows, it was because I did basically off genetics and not necessarily the proper nutrition, or it wasn't more of the actual other things that come with bodybuilding. It was more just genetic. And so we played with my food, and he taught me a lot with food, and taught me not to be scared of carbs. A lot of people are scared of carbs. A lot taught me not to be scared of water, scared of sodium and stuff like that. So that all combined, and with the know-how and the genetic factor, definitely brought a completely different package, and we were definitely right on par with the Arnold, or with the Ferrigno. And actually for the Arnold, we're actually in a little bit better because we're actually paying attention to even more minuscule things that usually you wouldn't think about, but we're doing it on a consistent basis, and everything is working properly, so.
Now, I was lucky enough to see you there compete, and you and Rich were doing some stuff behind the stage that was pretty, I want to say, old school. Can you just kind of showcase or tell us about what was happening with that?
So a lot of resistance work, and he actually was, and this is why I say he's a great coach, because he actually came backstage with me and actually did my pump up with me, my pump up routine, and it was funny to see the guys looking at me kind of weird while I was doing it, but it definitely worked. Definitely got an amazing pump, and we were doing the old school things with the towels and pumping up that way. So it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was really neat to see. Do you guys think he'll do that again this year with the Arnold?
Yeah, we'll see if he can get backstage. I'm sure he can, but we're definitely gonna stick with the basics. I really am a real firm believer in keeping it simple and keeping it basic, and instead of trying to do all the extra, special, cool looking things. So I definitely will stick with that routine.
Now, with preparations coming up to a show, we hear of these 16-week programs. Some people are doing a year. For you, how long would you consider you're actually prepping meal-wise?
I stay year round, so it's not really hard for me to do come into a show properly. My preps really literally only last about 6 weeks, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So, but that's because I stay within the range of my weight class, year round. I never really go above around 240. So, and my weight now is actually 230. So, which is really good because it's just a matter of fine tuning everything instead of trying to do a massive drop or a massive gain. It's just a quick, adjustment.
And what's the weight category that you guys have to be in? Because you're 6'1"?
I'm 6'1", so my weight category will be 230 this year.
230. So you're right on the dot.
They just upped the weight, so it's good.
That is good. So how many times do you eat a day then right now getting ready for the Arnold? Do you have certain meals set aside? Certain timelines?
Right now, my meals, I have 5 meals a day. With the possibility of a 6th, depending on how I'm looking on the day. And we never really counted calories. We don't count calories, we do macros. So that's a big difference because it's so much, for me, it's easier to do it that way and understand what I'm eating instead of, trying to count minute numbers. So about 5 meals a day right now, and then depending on my weight and how I look, it'll go to 6 or go back to 5. So.
And this isn't the only thing in life that you're doing. You're a full-time, you work too in the military?
Yeah. I don't have a full-time job. I'm in the military, I'm in the Air Force, so
is it hard to get?
Job, it's 5 days a week, 8 hours a day.
I guess a lot of people say working a full-time job, trying to have a social life, trying to do all these things and work out is almost impossible or very hard. I mean, how do you manage it all? Or
well, for me, it's not necessarily about managing it. It's a matter, because for me, this is my lifestyle. I do this. This is the highlight of my day. Really, a lot of times is the gym. It's not necessarily, going to work. It's a stress relief from work and all the situations that go on, in everyday life. This isn't just like something extra I do. When it comes to something extra, then it's kind of more of a chore to do, and you have to fit it into your lifestyle. But this is me. I have to fit other things into my lifestyle, and bodybuilding isn't one of them.
so could you say you could have a so-called normal life going out with your friends or doing things, you're not strictly eat and gym and work and come home?
Oh yeah, I'm really low key. I like to do just simple things all the time anyway. The movies, just honestly just playing cards, stuff like that is my fun. I don't, live an extravagant lifestyle. I don't want to go bars and clubs and stuff like that, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, but for me, I live a simple life. So that being said, it's easier, for me to, when I hang out with my friends, we can play cards, sit down, hang out, and relax, watch a movie, something simple like that. My life is really simple and really good.
So with you being 2 weeks out from a show, can you walk us through right now what you're doing as your prep gets closer and closer to your competition date?
So when I wake up in the morning, like I said, I still have to work. I have to be to work at 7 or 8, depending on the day. And then, so I'll wake up at 4 in the morning, 3:34. My heat cuts on in the house. I do my cardio. I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio right now. And then jump in the shower, take my progress pics, send them to Rich, make my breakfast, and then change, get ready, go to work. After my day is over at work, I go straight to the gym, do my training. After my training, I come home, I cook my meals for the next day, and then I eat my post-workout meal, and then go from there and go to bed. I usually try to get to bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
And you can say it's pretty consistent every day. This is your typical schedule.
Every day.
Do you see any changes coming up as you go through this week and you're kind of coming to a peak week that everyone talks about, the big changes?
I do. So for me, I thought that, listening and learning so far from all the shows I've done before, I've done a lot of shows. So I've known that now a peak week is really necessarily, for me, a peak week. It's just a matter of cruising. I always cruise into shows now. So my peak week really won't change much from my previous week. I don't do the water cutting, the sodium cutting, none of that stuff. Carb loading, I don't do none of that stuff anymore. I've tried it before and it wasn't the best result, but I think so far my best look was at the Ferrigno. We cruised into that show. So I think I'm going to take that same approach, but we got even better this time, so be good.
Sounds good. And what day are you actually competing on stage at the Arnold?
It'll be Friday.
It'll be a Friday. Cool. All right. And is there anyone coming to support you up at since it's out of state in Ohio? I mean, this is a huge event.
Actually, Rich will be there, the Squire family. We'll be there. They got a booth and everything, and we'll be all hanging out over there. My father, who is like a crazy supporter. My mother as well. My girl Jessie, she'll be there. The one who's interviewing me right now. And yeah, that's my circle, and I always say I keep my circle small, and those are the ones that I really really appreciate being there.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate the time here that you set aside to give somebody a tidbit of what your life is coming up to the Arnold, and hopefully we'll get some more stuff coming up to Peak Week and the travel. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks, Rob.
Peace.